Okay, so this is a basic setup. Oops. Whoops.
Oh, fish.
Don't get too excited there about wiggly lines there, Lily. Let's call that S. Usually we don't use D because then we get a DD over whatever. Okay, so we use S for just distance. And let's call this our X and this our Y. Okay, because this is on the X-axis and this is on the Y-axis. Okay. Now, X and Y are referring to distance. So here's a car A, car B. This is referring to distance from car A to the intersection point. So we have to just state that. Let X be, because it's not clear just because you label it what we mean by that, right? Let X be the distance from car A to intersection point of intersection. Okay. And same, let Y be the distance from car B to the intersection point. So what do you think this is now? Car A, so it's definitely dx over dt. So do you think it's dx over dt is equal to 50? Is the distance increasing or decreasing? That's right. Same with dy over dt. It's actually decreasing. Okay. So that length is also decreasing. So let's call that minus 62. All right. Here's a right angle triangle. So what equation can we generate with x, y, and s? The Pythagorean theorem, of course. Okay, so our goal is to find, so you always have to state this. If you can't write this, then you're probably very lost. You have to find ds over dt when? What is given? So usually in the final sentence. X is 0.3 and y is 0.4. Okay, so you know the last question with the cone, I asked you to change like into one variable. Here we don't need to do that because both x and y information is given. The last question, we weren't given at what rate the radius was shrinking. Okay, so that's why we wanted to get rid of that. Here we don't need to, so just do a straightforward derivative, implicit differentiation with respect to time. Okay, so we have this. We can of course ignore the 2's. Let's plug it in. X is 0.3. dx over dt is minus 50. Y was 0.4. dy over dt is minus 60. Okay, and is not given, so we gotta go back. There is a relationship between x and y with s, which is right here, right? 3, 4, 5, so 0.5. 3, 4, 5 is a Pythagorean triple, right? So this is going to be minus 15. This is going to be minus 24. This is half. So that's minus 39 times by 2. So ds over dt is minus, is that 58? 78, and the units are kilometers per hour. So what's the concluding statement? Therefore, the two cars are approaching at the rate of 78 kilometers per hour. Okay, and we're talking about when x is 0.3 kilometers and y is 0.4 kilometers.